Hey there. Today we're going to get started with a new topic. We're going to look at probability. And today we're going to start with the idea of a permutation versus a combination, what they are, what the differences are, what the formulas are, and how to use your calculator to find the answers. Let's go. Anne, Bob, Carlos, Dunya, Ella, and Francis want to join the PTA. How many arrangements of president, vice president, and treasurer can be selected from this group? Is this asking for a permutation or a combination? Well, let's define those two. Well, a permutation is asking you for the number of different arrangements you can select from a group if the positions in those arrangements matter. And what does that mean? Anne as president is different than Anne as treasurer, even though Anne would be in both of those groups, right? So permutation means that the position within the group matters. Combination means that it's just a collection of things and that the order within them doesn't matter. So let's say these people are all on the PTA and they're going to form a fundraising committee. Then Anne, Bob, and Carlos being on the committee is not any different than Bob, Anne, and Carlos is not any different than Carlos, Anne, and Bob, so on and so forth. So permutation, position, order matters. Combination, collection, order doesn't matter. Okay, great. So is this scenario of a president, a vice president, and a treasurer a permutation or a combination? It is a permutation. Those positions are all different. Order matters. Okay, great. So now that we've established that, we're going to go ahead and look at what does it mean to find a permutation. So you'll notice these all start with different letters of the alphabet, A, B, C, D, E, and F. So we're going to refer to them that way going forward. Okay, we have the position of president. We have the position of vice president, and we have the position of treasurer. All right, so from our group of A, B, C, D, E, and F, how many different options do we have for somebody to be president? Well, we have 6, right? I'm going to put a 6 in my position for president. Now, one of these guys is now chosen to be president. So how many left do we have to select from for vice president? We have 1 fewer, right? Because somebody's already sitting as president. So that means we have 5 options for vice president, having picked a president. And now, again, for treasurer, we've got somebody sitting here and somebody sitting here. So we only have 4 options left for treasurer. Well, how do we find out how many ways we can combine 6 things with 5 things with 4 things? Well, let's take a quick look here. So if I've got 6 things here and I've got 5 things there, well, I could take my first thing here and combine it with those 5 things there. And I could do the same. I could keep drawing lines here. So this is one group of 5, 2 groups of 5, 3, 4, 5, 6. This will be 6 groups of 5, or 6 times 5. And if I take that 6 times 5 group of things and look to combine it with 4 more, again, I would have 6 times 5 groups of 4, or 6 times 5 times 4. And so that's what we do with these numbers here. 6 times 5 times 4. Ah, I hear you cry. Wait a minute. What if I'm choosing from 706? Do I have to write out all these numbers or write out all these spaces? Gee, I'm glad you asked. No, you don't. Let's take a look at what's happening here and let's come up with a formula to make this easier. Well, the formula would look like this. How many ways could I arrange all of these guys? But I'm going to divide away the spots I don't need, right? I've got 3 spots that I want to figure out of a total of 6 spots. So I would divide those away. Well, there's a shorthand for that. 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1 can be described as 6 factorial. That exclamation point on your calculator or in math means factorial, and it means write out the descending numbers from your original number and multiply them all together. Now, I've got my 6 factorial, and I want to divide away 6 minus 3 factorial. The number of people I'm choosing from minus the number of spots I'm choosing will leave me with all the things I don't want to include, right? And 6 minus 3 is 3 factorial, and 3 factorial is that 3 times 2 times 1 that I divide away, leaving me with this. Now, if that wasn't easy enough for you, NPR. What you say? N is the number of items I'm choosing from. R is the number of items you're choosing. And P stands for permutation as opposed to combination, which we're going to look at next. So in this case, our N, the number of items we're choosing from, we have a pool of 6 people to choose from. Number of items we're choosing, well, we wanted president, vice president, and treasurer. And so our formula would be generalized as n factorial over n minus r factorial, 6 factorial in this case, right? Number of items we're choosing from, divided by n minus r, 6 minus 3 factorial. And on your calculator, if you go into the math button right here, then you're going to notice you've got menu items up top, and the final one here, PRB, that's probability. So I'm going to go backwards to probability, and you see that the second thing in the list is NPR, and sitting right below it is NCR. That's where to find it. Now, here's how to use it. Let's go back. To use NPR, you have to start by entering your N. Okay, so we want 6P3 on our calculator. We're going to start by entering 6. Now we're going to go math, probability, NPR, right? We're on it. And now we're going to press enter. That means I want to select it. So now I have 6 NPR, and now I'm going to enter my R. Okay, now we didn't go ahead and finish this work. Let's take a look before our calculator does it. 6 times 5 is, that's right, 30, and 30 times 4 is, that's right, 120. And now we're going to see that our calculator, as we press enter, agrees with us. Yay! Okay, so that is what a permutation is, what the raw concept of it is, what the formulaic extrapolation from that is, and how to execute that on your lovely calculator. Okay, let's take a look now at one that is a combination. Okay, so Anne, Bob, Carlos, Dunya, Ella, and Francis have now joined the PTA. How many different possibilities are there to create a 4-person finance committee, assuming that everybody is willing to be on the committee? Okay, so this is different. Now we want a committee, a collection, a group. It does not matter the order of the people in this group. We just want to know, of this group of 6, how many different groups of 4 can we create? Okay, so if this were a permutation and our order matters, we know how we would start, right? We know that we would start with, there are 6 different people, so 6 factorial would be our numerator. And we know that in our denominator, we need to divide away 6 minus 4 factorial, right? We want to keep the first 4 positions, but get rid of the last 2, right? 6 minus 4 is 2. But now we need to get rid of a little bit more, because for every group of 4, we're going to have some repetition. So if I know that I have a 4-person group, well, how many ways can I arrange those 4 people? Well, 4 would go in the first, and 3 would go in the second, and 2 would go in the next, and 1 would go in the last. That's 4 factorial. That's my R. So the difference between a permutation and a combination is I need to also divide an R factorial out of the bottom, because I want to eliminate all the different arrangements of my 4-person group, because I want to count each arrangement as only 1. Generalized, that means NCR, the number of combinations of R people I can select from a group of N people in this case, is N factorial divided by N minus R factorial. So let's take a look at what that looks like here. 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1 divided by 2 times 1. That's that initial thing of permutation. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 spots, and I could put 6 in the first, 5 in the next, 4 in the next, 3 in the last. And now those can be arranged in 4 times 3 times 2 times 1 ways, and I don't want to count each of them as distinct, so I'm going to divide those out. 4 cancels with a 4, a 3 cancels with a 3, 2 cancels with my 6, leaving me with a 3. 3 times 5, 15 over 1, or only 15 ways to create a 4-person committee from these 6 willing people. Let's check it out on our calculator. Okay, let's see what you remember. What's the first thing I have to do? That's right. Before I go searching out my NCR, I have to enter my N. So in this case, my N is still 6. I am choosing from 6 people. All right, where do I go now? That's right. I find it in the math button and in the probability list. And where is it? Right there, right under NPR, we have NCR. And by the way, notice right here, there's your factorial if you ever need to use that. But I'm going to go down to 3 and press enter. You could also just enter the number 3 here and it'd pull it up. 6, NCR, and then how many am I choosing? 4-person group. Now I press enter, and lo and behold, I get 15. All right, that is your introduction to permutation, combination, what they are, what the difference between them are, what the raw formulas for them are, and then where to find it on your calculator and how to operate those buttons. Keep an eye on my channel because I'm going to be creating a whole probability playlist or course. Subscribe to my channel so you know when I put out a new video, and as always, keep on mathing.